The idea with sort of looking at risk holistically is when there is a fire, for example, the emergency manager will consider what happens because of the fire, but they will also consider what happens when the fire knocks out the power grid, and the knockout of the power grid creates a secondary hazard and what that will do. Using COVID as an example of COVID-19 pandemic, from a medical risk standpoint, if you have your medical officer of health or your head doctor tell you what to do, you're going to get really good medical advice, and they're going to tell you what to do to make sure nobody gets sick. And in the process, they're going to destroy your economy and ruin your education system. Now, that might be an exchange you're willing to do. You might be okay making that choice, but the doctor is not considering the secondary effects. You're asking them for medical advice. They're giving you medical advice, and they're saying, this is what you do if you want to solve this problem. They're a specialist. It's the same thing. You go to your family doctor, for example, and, you ask them what to do for this or that treatment, or because you have this or that disease, and they tell you what you should do. And then what do? You don't do it because you have other things in your life and you decide not to because you're calculating all these other factors. With the emergency manager, they will listen to the specialist advice that's based on the hazard, but then they will look at, okay, so based on what you've suggested, this and this and this and this and this and this will occur, or likely to occur. So we need to put something in place to address these risks, or we need to think about whether we're willing to assume the negative consequences of your risk control or of your solution.